when people come in person, they didn't have computers. However, unfortunately, I'm in my office and for some reason I'm having a trusted sign-in error, so I can't sign into Outlook. So again, I told IT about this yesterday and they have not fixed it yet. So might not be able to fully do this, but we'll see. Anyway, while we give people a chance to come in, what do you guys see yourself using this function? Well, first, what is Microsoft Mailing, word mailing function? Basically, what it does is it allows you to send out personalized or individualized form emails. So, for example, if you want to send an email to your students, you might say, Dear first name, welcome to the class they happen to be in, and that's going to be input automatically. Our first class will be in this place on this day, right? And you can do that and send it out to all your students, and it will look like well, I mean, it will say their exact name to them. So that's what it is. Okay, so I am genuinely having a kind of a silly computer thing here. Okay, so why use them? You guys have signed up for this. Did you know what it was, or were you just like on the adventure? Anyone?
I had a pretty good idea that that's what it was.
Cool.
I
Yes.
figured that's what it was, but I've never used it, so for the adventure.
So a bit of both, right? And so if you're a faculty, it can be very useful for communicating with students. I'll have to say that I started using it. I did not know how to use it. I kind of knew it existed, right? I knew the concept existed because I got letters that were clearly use something like this. And I used to use this different software that filled in emails, which we don't have here at BC. But what I was doing is I was collecting data with a longitudinal study. And so I had to send every 2 weeks, I had to send an email to participants with an individualized link that had a URL of a survey with a URL tag that identified them by code, because I can't store identifying information in my data file, right? So that's why I started using it. And I was amazed that I hadn't figured it out before. But now I use it for example, to just welcome students and so forth. I don't know. Some of them probably realize what I'm doing, but most of them probably don't, right? So, any questions so far? Anybody want to volunteer why they think they could use it?
Well,
So, and go ahead.
I was going to say I'm getting ready to send out my welcome letters to all my students, and maybe I can make that email a little bit more neater, more professional looking with it.
Absolutely. And you could, and for students, it's really easy because you just have to download you could export your grade book or download your class list with their emails and their first names and any other information you can add. So yes, that's a good thing. It's also useful for meetings, for committees, for practically anything where you want to say very similar things to a lot of people. Sometimes the purpose is individualizing like you would do with students. And sometimes the purpose is just your own convenience. Like people aren't going to be offended because they don't see their name, but you don't want to have to write a million emails, right? So what do we need? This is all within Microsoft Office. You need Excel, Word, and Outlook. Outlook has to be running and you have to be signed into the system, which since yesterday, my entire Microsoft Office is not signing into the BC system, even though I'm on my work computer. So I'm going to have you guys all do an exercise. I won't be able to participate directly. Maybe I could do it on my other laptop. We'll see how it goes. So you have to have all of these to do it. And you cannot use the online version of Word. You could use the online version of Excel as long as you have local storage, but Word you can't. So first, these are just broadly the steps. We'll go over each individually. So first you have to write a draft in Word. You could write it anywhere, but you're going to need it in Word eventually. Then you'll prepare your Excel file and then attach the Excel file to Word. So once the Excel file is prepared, you will be doing everything in Word. Okay. Finalize your letter and then you send the emails. So let's break these down step by step. So first you will determine what information. So this is a little example I wrote. So dear, whoever it is, right? We are looking forward to meeting you on specific date, specific time. Please complete the link below to do, I guess it probably sees, please click on the link below to complete an intake survey, right? So you could do an individualized link and so forth. If you're students, it might be dear so-and name, welcome to class. Our first meeting will be on and so forth, right? So why don't you guys with them, let's do that. Does everybody have Word and have it open? Why don't you guys all do some kind of a letter just for practice? If you already have one that you're thinking of doing, you can do that. Welcome to whoever just came in. Okay, so far we've just introduced the idea of mailings, basically send out individualized but form letters, right? And we're on step 1, which is basically write a draft in Word of the letter that you're going to write, the email you're going to want to do. Now, you can also print these all out. You do not have to email. There's different options. We'll get there. Go ahead. Did I hear a question? No.
That's fine.
So I think somebody needs to mute themselves. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you can send emails or you can also print out individual letters and mail
I'm
them.
on here, Les.
Okay, somebody else is, let me see. Okay, please mute yourself unless you want to talk to the group. Otherwise, I get confused. Other people might have better brain, but I get confused. Okay, so why don't you all work on preparing your own little letter? I will give you, I'm going to do one too, and I'll give you guys, let's say, what, 5 minutes? And I'll check in. So go ahead and do a letter. I wonder I could actually do this in my laptop and avoid this blockage I have here. Welcome to whoever just got here. Right now, we have already introduced that concept of mailings. We've looked at the steps. We're working on step 1, which is writing a draft of whatever individualized email or letter you want to write. We're writing a draft in Word. Okay, so what that might look like is something like this. If you want to add the name, date, time, and so forth. I should actually, later I'll put a PDF of this PowerPoint in the chat for anyone who wants it. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me see. So Irena asked that items in parentheses will be changing the parameters from Excel. So what we'll do, that just is going to stand in for the field that the merge field we're going to insert. You don't have to put that, just know what you're going to want to individualize there. Well,
So the Excel spreadsheet is just to help simplify the email list that you want to send out, is that right? Or
the Excel spreadsheet is going to contain all the fields that we're going to want to merge, individualize in our Word. We're going to get to that to the next step. That will be all the fields we're going to insert into our Word document or email. My laptop's not working either, so I'm just not going to be able to do this. Right, so let me go back one here. What we'll put in the Excel sheet is a column with the name, the email, date, and time, and so forth. So it's just going to contain all the information. You don't have to do it in an Excel sheet. I believe you can actually do a Word, do it from Word entirely. But I've always done with Excels, and my Excel sheet I'm used for other things, right? How's everybody doing? Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to exit Word for a moment. Check on this data sub. Nope, it's not working. Okay. Okay, hopefully everybody has finished a sample letter. Just hang on one second. Okay. Let me start my show and everybody. So here we go. All right. So if everybody has some sort of a trial letter in Word, an email that you're going to use, okay, the next step is to prepare an Excel file. And hopefully this will answer the question I got. So the rows in your Excel file are going to be people. Columns are going to be all the information that you want to personalize, anything else you want in that file, right? You need to have one column, which is the email address. If you title that column email, then Word will automatically select that for the to field, for the sending to field, right? Other possibilities will include name, obviously, locale, time of event, the class they might be in, any links you want to send them, right? So whatever it is you want to individualize in your email. Oops. Okay. Okay, so there's my example down there. Now, if everybody is willing to do this, I thought we could all share our emails and you guys could actually try it. Okay, so anyone willing to share their email to receive a form email from the rest of the people in this class, go ahead and put it in the chat. I'll put mine. I'm going to have to exit the presentation though to be able to do this myself. Let's see. So if you put I'm going to have to reset, change this. If you put everybody's email in the email column, we can all email each other. Now you're going to need to save your Excel file. Just save it somewhere where you know where it is. Where's the chat? And then you can make up whatever information you want to about everybody. Let's see if I have everybody. Okay, I think I got everybody. Okay, unless you included your name, we're going to have to guess at your names if it's not. Mhm.
Sorry, Jessica, I deleted my email and added it again. I
That's-
put it in wrong.
Oh dear. Well, there's a
It's-
risk that it might be wrong.
It's okay.
Neely.
I put at bakersfield.edu and I'm like, I feel like I'm missing something. I'm clearly still on vacation in my head.
Is this a very realistic? We should have just left it that way and everybody would have gotten an error. Because students do that all the time when I ask them to give their emails, or they forget, or they just put it wrong. So I'm probably going to not have everybody here. Mhm. So I need a first name for D. Neville. Who is that?
David.
David. Thank you, David. Okay, so now I have some there. Mhm. How's everybody doing? Getting your form done? Okay. Why doesn't everybody put a thumbs up in the chat when you're ready to progress, when you have your Excel file ready?
Could you show us the example of the
Sure.
form just to make sure that I did it correct
Oh,
again?
wait. Like it can be like this. You just need different columns. So for example, name, email, and then
But it doesn't
whatever.
matter where the email is, if the email
No,
or second. Okay. Okay. All right,
you
then I
can,
think it did.
any order is fine. You're going to be able to select the column you want.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I had a question. So can we use, so long as banner 8 is still working, right, everybody? Can we just cut and paste the banner 8 names and
You could just
Email.
download an Excel file. Absolutely. Yes. So you can, I make a big document. I actually use the Canvas gradebook because you can then delete all the columns. You just have a first name and the email, right? And then I put the course first name and email, and you basically just can merge Excel files that way, or you could copy paste individually.
okay, cool.
All you need is an Excel file. However you get it that way doesn't really matter. The way it works in the background is you're setting up queries. So Microsoft is just querying your database, which is Excel, and pulling the stuff out of it. Cool. Thank you, Irina. We have one person ready. Don't forget to put a thumbs up when you're ready. I'm gonna go. Yeah. I like the unknown.
Do we have to, for the date, does the column have to be
It does,
categorized
it doesn't,
as a date?
no.
Is it- Okay.
It depends. Like if, for me, I was envisioning like you are inviting people to come in for an interview at a specific date. But it could also be just a timestamp, whatever you want to do, but then you'd have to work through Excel that way. There's no special format. All that Word is going to do is pull whatever you have in that field and that column for the individual row and stick it into the email or document. Mhm. One, two, three, four people ready. Okay, so hopefully everybody's getting there. I am going to slowly progress. Okay, so after you have your Excel file ready, okay, you make sure you save it, right? The Word document is going to access the saved file. The next step is to actually attach that Excel file to the Word document that you prepared with the email, right? So what you do is you're going to go to mailings and then select recipients. All right, so first you click on the mailings tab. Again, this won't exist if you're online. You have to actually do it in a downloaded version of Office. Then you're going to click on select recipients. When you do that, you have a drop-down menu, which has 3 choices. Type a new list, use an existing list, or choose from Outlook contacts. We are going to use an existing list. And that existing list is the one we've just prepared in Excel, right? You're going to have to select, when you click on that, your open file thing is going to pop up. First, select your file, and then if you have more than one sheet, you have to select the sheet. Now, if you have a brand new file, you don't have more than one sheet, but I usually have more than one sheet. Usually takes me several goes to get the sheet I want. So in this example, I would select all groups. Now, by default, the first row of data contains column headers is selected. Okay, okay, so I'm lost. So where are we lost? So you've saved your Excel file and you go to your Word document. Okay, I see. Let me go back.
Yeah,
So
what do you do inside the Word document to access what you're showing us?
go to your mailings tab and then click on select recipients. You see it on my screen?
Yes.
Got it? And then select use an existing list.
Hold it there for a minute while I find this. Hang on.
Right. So you have to remember where you saved your Excel file. This is my problem usually, is I don't remember where on earth I saved the Excel file. And when you click on that, you're going to get, your standard browser search thing. Irena, did that answer your question too? Cool. Are we good? Everybody found their Excel file? Good to go on? Once you click on your Excel file, if you have more than one sheet, you have to select the sheet. If you guys started an Excel file for this, then you'll just have sheet 1 show up. So just hit OK. Now, the first row contains column headers. That's how we've set it up. One thing I do when I'm using a huge data set in Excel, I freeze the top row in case I need to scroll down. That top row is your column headers. Those are the names that Word is going to use to fill in everything. Okay. Any questions so far? So the Excel file is not going to open. If you already have it open, that's fine. I usually open it anyway because I'm always sending different things to different rows, right? So, and we'll get there. If you do open it and you make changes, you have to save it before mailing because Word is going to query the saved version of the Excel file. You can also create a list in Word. I've never done that, but that's one of those options. Okay, any questions so far? You should have your Microsoft Word document in front of you, and you should have attached your list that you prepared, your Excel file.
Yeah, I ran into a technical glitch. When I attached it, it says upload blocked. We ran into a problem with this file, can't save any new changes.
Save it. You might be able to save it under a new name. You might be having the same kind of issues I'm having with the system if you're on campus.
No, I'm at home.
Oh, well, then I can't help you there.
Just use an existing list, right?
Yes, use an existing list and
Right.
then select the Excel file that you previously saved.
This PC.
Mine is asking for a cell range. Is that, or I don't know if maybe it's because I'm on a Mac.
You should just select the sheet. Is that corresponding to?
I had the option of selecting sheet 1 or entire workbook, and I chose sheet 1,
Good.
and then it said cell range.
Okay, that's interesting. So that would be, is there a default? Can you just put everything?
No, there's no default. I mean, it's
I would probably just select the range from 1 to your final person.
okay.
If it's just by rows, if it's rows by columns, then you'll have to select all the columns too. There might be an option to just drag it through. That's probably because you're on a Mac. I should try this from a Mac and see what happens. So have you figured it out? Has everybody figured it out?
No.
You want to share your screen? If you want, you can share it and I can see if I can help you.
That's okay. I'll just follow along. I don't want to hold up the class.
All right, well, we'll go through it and then if we have time and then I can look at it. Who knows what it is? If you're saving the document, it should be able to open it. After we go through these steps, I can show you guys how I do it so you can at least see the process, okay? Okay, so this next step, if you have the Excel document attached, you're going to want to finalize that letter by selecting the insert merge field for each individual item. So let me show you what that looks like. So again, we are on the mailings tab, right? And right here where it says insert merge field, if you click right there, a drop down menu is going to come down with all of the columns that you've created in your Excel sheet. Now, if you have not been able to attach your Excel sheet, then this is not going to happen, right? So what you do is you're going to select whatever place that you want that individualized information. So on the screen in my PowerPoint, I've selected name, right? And then I'm going to click on name to insert name in that space, okay? And then you do that for each one, okay? So you select insert merge field, you select which of the columns you want. So in my example, I select name, okay? And each merge field, after you've done that, will be inside those little brackety things, which that's not the name for them. I can't remember what you call them, right? So we have name, date, time, and the link, right? After you do each one. So for each one, you have to select it, then do insert merge field and click on the column that you want the individualized information to come in from, right? You guys all right? Everybody figuring it out?
So do we need to use those brackets so it makes that merge? I have them
No.
in parentheses.
No, you just have to select the field. I'm going to show you on mine in a minute. You basically just have to, here I've selected where I want name to go, right? Oops, let me go up. And then I click on insert merge field and click on the column. Now you can also just put these little bracket things if they exist on your keyboard, which I don't think they do. But if you find this keyboard shortcut for that, it will actually probably trigger the SQL the same way. I haven't tested that, but I would assume. So basically you have to click on insert merge field and then the column you want to insert in that place.
What happened for mine is when I did the merge and clicked the column, it put those brackets in.
Okay, yeah, it does. It automatically puts the
Okay.
brackets in. Yes.
Cool.
Sorry, I was not understanding the question. Yes. Okay. So it'll look like this after you've, so in this example, I put all these merge fields, right?
For the email column, we just leave that alone for now, right?
You don't worry about that. We'll get there in a
Okay.
minute. You can tell Word to highlight the fields if you click on highlight merge fields right here, right? Right there. It will then highlight them so you can make sure they're correct. All right. And that's, and I'm going to show you actually on mine too, for those of you who haven't been able to work it out. After you do all this, now at this point, this little sample email is all set up, right? The next step is to actually send the emails, and you have to have Outlook open and working. Okay. You select finish and merge and send email messages, right? If you do not have Outlook open, what's going to happen is if you suddenly realize, oh, I've asked it to send 400 messages and I forgot to have Outlook open, you open Outlook, it's gonna send everything. So if you've done it twice because you think it's not working, you're gonna you're gonna spam people. So make sure you have Outlook open in the first place, right? So you select finish and merge and then send email messages. Now, if you want to make sure everything is working out, you can actually select print documents. If you do that, it is going to save, you can print to PDF or however you want to do it. If you print to PDF, it's going to save one single PDF document where you can look and make sure you have your errors correct. Okay. Or you could print them and send them in an envelope or slip them under people's doors, whatever you want to do, hand out in class, which would also be a good idea. You could actually do individualized exams this way. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm not going to do that, but you could. All right. Right. So when you select the send email messages, you're going to get this little window. By default, if you have a column titled that's headed email, that's what Microsoft Word is going to send. It's going to send hopefully you have emails there because it's going to send them, right? The subject line is what's going to appear on the email, right? Now, if you do this once and you close Word and save, then it will have saved your last subject line. So the next time you open it, make sure you change it. So for example, I send emails with my data collection every 2 weeks. So I need to change week 2 to week 4 to week 6, right? Or a reminder, whatever it is, you have to change that subject line if you need to. Just pay attention. And by default, it's going to send HTML emails. You can choose to send as plain text or an attachment. So if you click on that little drop-down menu, you have that option, right? Okay. I wouldn't do an attachment because nobody wants those. You could do plain text, I hope. Now, you can send to everyone the selected row, okay, or a subset. So if it's a subset, you might want to send from row 80 to 121 or something like that. This is why I tend to have my Excel document open, because I do different groups and I organize them by rows. I'd like to leave a buffer row with a title of what group people are in for each one, or the people who've already finished it, the people I'm sending a reminder to, and so forth. Obviously, you can make this very complex if you want to, okay? All right. Then you hit OK, and your emails are going to be sent. If one fails to deliver because somebody put bakersfield.edu instead of Bakersfield College, then you will get an error code, and then you can put college in there and send it and resend it without doing anything else. You do that from Outlook or from your web version of your email, right? I think depending on how long they are, it's like 1 per second. So if you have 400, you can't do another finish and merge till that's finished, and you cannot work with Word in another process until the first is finished. Okay. Now
So
you guys,
will will it hold up the entire email merge because of one error?
No,
Or
no.
so you would only resend the individual one?
Right. It will send
Okay.
everything, and then you will get a notification with the usual time that it takes to tell you things aren't deliverable, right? Just like it always works when you email something. But yes, it sends them all. So you guys can try it if you want and see what happens. I'm going to actually show you, share my other piece of my screen. Let me get out of this. Share. Let me see, oh, I have to have two screens. Now I'm going to get confused. Screen one. Okay.
When
So-
you do have time, if you could back up just a little bit, because I got my cell range figured out.
Oh, okay.
And
What do you need to
I
see?
inserted my merge field. So I have those selected. I just didn't know what to do after.
Okay, so I'm going to just move my PowerPoint over here and you can see.
So I
So,
just go to finish. Okay.
so you just highlight,
I did those.
right. Did you put these guys in?
I highlighted and then clicked which one I wanted it to
Good.
apply to. Okay.
Then it should look like this.
Yes, it does.
Okay, then you're all set. Then you
So then
just,
what do I do? I go to
you go to finish and merge,
finish and merge.
send email messages.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Right? Okay. And then so forth and so forth. Okay, so let me move this thing back over here. So for example, this is the file that I set up for you guys, and I am going to send it to you eventually. Once I get my Outlook attached to the BC system, which I'm not really sure what's going on there. Right here is my, oops, I have a spelling error, right? So here is my letter, right? And each one of these, right? Those are my merge fields. Okay. Now, if you send, where's Outlook? So Outlook is just not attaching to anything. But if I scroll down, sent, okay. So here are examples, if you guys can see my screen, these are examples of when I've used Microsoft mailings. So this is for a research study I'm doing. This is the form letter. The only individualized field I had here was this link, right? So, and I sent many of them, right? Because I have to, everybody creates their own code, and that's how I identify people for a longitudinal study, okay? So I have a URL tag there. So, right, so I have all these, and as you can see, there's many. Let me see if I can find one that gave an error. I think I can't. There's too many here. Right. See, there's many of them. But that's what it looks like, and it automatically goes through this. It is asking to allow each email sending. That's really interesting. Let me see this screenshot. Oops, I actually. Interesting. I don't know. That's never happened to me. Is that your personal computer or work computer? Yeah, personal. So I've done it from both personal computers and my office computer. My personal computer at home, I've signed into my BC accounts, so it's still going through BC, the BC system. So
Jessica, oh, sorry.
yeah,
This is Fabiola. I'm on my work computer and I've got the same pop-up. Program is trying to access email information. It's got a warning that I have to allow access for, and then it actually gives me a certain amount of time. I've got 1 minute, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, or 10 minutes.
well, oh, they must have updated the system. Maybe they just updated it with a new security thing. Because we're doing this exactly as I've always done it. I haven't sent them in since December. In December, it was working normally. Oh, wait, I sent the other day, but it was from home, so I'm not sure. Go ahead.
Did you recommend sending it as HTML or as text?
I've always done it as HTML.
Okay.
Oh, see, I did plain text. I wonder if that's maybe,
Maybe. I've never tried plain text. I've never tried because I have to do all this fancy stuff to get student attention. But I've never tried that, so I don't know. See, this is when we find the glitches. Well, I'm going to find out because once I'm not on this computer this evening, I'll probably send you guys this and see if it works. Has anybody had a successful example here?
it keeps asking me to allow the program. It's
Hmm.
not letting me. It's popped up twice already and it's not, I keep pressing allow, but it's not
Hmm.
sending anything.
Well, it really sucks that, see, I have this thing saying I'm not signed in, need password. I'm going to try this again.
Is anybody else on their work computer and it's showing you this warning yellow shield? I'm just going to deny because I keep allowing it and it's not advancing.
Well, you're probably sending some of them, aren't you? See, I have this, my trusted platform module has malfunctioned. Yeah, I can't even try this.
So when I denied it, I got a Microsoft Word warning that said Word couldn't send mail because of MAPI, M-A-P-I failure, operation not supported. So I'm going to press OK because it's just, oh, and now we go back to Outlook saying,
Yeah. I'm going to try my personal computer again, which seems to be frozen, unfortunately. Well, this is bad. This is very bad. If this doesn't work, I'm going to have so much more work in about next week. Of course, if IT doesn't fix my office computer situation, I'm going to have a lot more work anyway. Let's see.
Well,
I'm going to see if,
if it doesn't get fixed, what I typically do is I do something, it's not a whole lot of different steps than this, but it's
uh-huh.
out their personal name. And I just literally copy and paste the list of emails from Banner and
Uh-huh.
I pop it into BCC, and the information that needs to change, I just highlight in yellow. That's what I've been doing for years, but
And then you go step by step and change them all?
so I per class, I teach in a very similar schedule, so it's like Tuesday, Thursday in this one particular room.
Mm-hmm.
So I pretty much just have to copy and paste the email list into the BCC email, the new
Mm-hmm.
email or whatever, and then I just change the time.
Oh,
So it's not, but it's not as personalized, right? It doesn't
right.
have their so, but it's not a whole lot more, or I shouldn't say it's similar workload than this.
Right. I'm not, I don't
So
really
if
see.
you run into that, there's another, if you run, it's not fixed,
Right.
it'll help you. Just know there's
No,
other.
I figure it will work. I'm just, right now, unfortunately, my personal computer is frozen, so I can't even do that. I can't even use it to, this is what happens at the beginning of the semester. Everything goes sideways just to increase the stress. Wow, and it's not rebooting either when I hold down. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that, you guys. I don't know. I've been using it for what, 2-3 years now without any issues. And the last time I know for sure it worked was in December. Did anyone get a testing 1, 2, 3? Let me check my email. That's not it. Inbox. No, I have no testing 1, 2, 3. Look in your send folder and see if it's sent. Because if it's sent, it should say right there that it's sent. It's not sent. And your Outlook is open. I'm going to really quickly try to do this on my personal computer. I have to upload this though. Let me see. Okay. There's somebody coming back. Maybe they learned something. Let's see. move this over here and load file. Downloads. Maybe it's just Microsoft Office is being stupid. I'm going to try to, and we're almost out of time too. I want to try to send this to you guys from my personal computer really quickly. Let's see. Let's see if at least it works from here. Let me open Outlook. I don't even see Outlook. Oh, here it is. Outlook. Okay. And close this. I'm going to see if at least I can send you guys this. Hasn't updated yet. Let's see. Hang tight, everyone. I'm going to get this in. All files, close. Let's see. Mailing blogs. Okay. Oh, come on. It's not working from this computer either. Okay, so come on. It's there. Okay. Oh, look, Neely's one came through. Neely, are you there?
I'm on a Mac, my personal Mac, so I wonder if that, okay, so I need a space. I see I need a space on something.
It worked. It
But
worked. So
it did work.
I'm so happy that somebody's worked. So let me just send myself because this is not, for some reason, this is so not, everything is slow. It's like it's not even updating. I'm using Dropbox. It's not even updating. Let me attach. Okay, where's this computer? Downloads. You can never count on this stuff when you actually need it to work right away. Okay, so let's see if this works. To new. Whoop. Yes, everybody's suspicious because I signed into my accounts in the wrong time. Wow. There we go.
I don't know what I did, if I did anything differently or if it's just my device. I'm on a Mac, and so I had to input things a little differently. But
Yes,
by
I'm,
and large, I followed the instructions that you gave.
well, they generally work quite well. However, I'm going to test it right now from my home computer. So, I mean, it's possible that something has changed since the last time I used it. Let me,
So one thing that I wasn't sure of what when you said Outlook has to be running,
yes.
I had my Outlook, I don't know how to describe it, but it essentially had Outlook open, but through a browser.
That's
And
interesting.
and so, but when I hit to finish merge or something like that, I can't remember, my Mac prompted Outlook to open.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
And
so
but it stopped it, like it wouldn't work because I had never actually connected my BC Outlook or BC email account to my personal Outlook app. So once I did that, I tried it again and it worked. So I don't know.
Hmm. So oh boy. So I tried to send it and I got this warning. I don't have enough storage to send on my personal account. Okay, this is stupid. Did anybody get, let me try if I do this one. Sent items. This one. Sent items. Nope. So yeah. No, it's not. Okay, so this one. It says both of my storage is full. This is impossible. It's literally impossible. Oh, it sounded. So this one. I'm going to try this again. Finish a merge. Send email. Okay.
I do have to take off, Jessica,
Okay.
but so it sounds like it's more of just some sort of firewall in the system. But
Yeah.
the process is there that you taught. And so I don't know if it just maybe it's going to take some troubleshooting or some sort of update but I don't think it was anything in particular that we clicked in error,
No.
or that some kind of firewall or something must be going on.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure I mean, I just think it's ridiculous. Let me see if, let me see. Obviously, I'm going to try to figure it out. I'll give you guys. Oh, look.
But I appreciate it. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
I was just saying I gotta go, but I do
Yeah.
appreciate.
Okay. No, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry it's not working. That's really, really frustrating because it should be working. And it is absolutely not. And it's not working for me to either, but then that's because I can't I think in my case, it's because I can't sign in because of IT, right? So anyway, thank you guys so much. I will let you know if I can figure out what's going on. So far it seems to work on a Mac just fine, and everybody else that we're not using Macs, it has not worked. So at least we know it works on a Mac. Anyway, thanks guys. Have a good day.